my name is Emily and I hope you're ready for a journey back in time, because I'm standing here at the Dinosaurs Alive exhibition at the Adelaide Showgrounds. I'm excited, so let's go check it out. The man responsible for this entire exhibition. It is, of course, Tony. Thank you very much for being with us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Okay, now first we're going to talk about the company that's behind this entire exhibition. Is of course Exhibition Projects. Tell us a bit about the company.
Exhibition Projects is in the business of developing and creating new exhibitions, usually educative exhibitions. We take projects from Europe and send them into Asia, and some from Asia into Europe, and bring them into Australia as well.
Yeah, right. So is this an exhibition that's been on anywhere else, or is it here for the first time?
It's two answers. It's not the first time we've done robotic dinosaurs, but without doubt this is the largest and the most authentic, with the real trees, real plants, real rocks and real everything else. So this is pretty special.
Right. And why dinosaurs? Is this something that's you're very into the dinosaur scene, or?
Not dinosaurs specifically, but I am into robots in a pretty big way.
Well, if you are into robots, I mean, dinosaurs are a great way to go, because, I mean, these guys are absolutely impressive. Tell us a bit about what went into building these creatures.
Well, it's a long process. They start with a sculpting of a maquette, which is quite a small, anatomically correct, based on fossil records, sculpture. And from there it's scaled up, and then the engineers get involved to work out what movements are going to be practicable with the technology that's available, and how big do we want it to go. Do we want it to be full size? And I'll tell you, a full size Tyrannosaurus Rex is about 5 stories high. So wow. Even if we manufactured one, we'd have no way of transporting it anywhere.
You wouldn't be able to fit it in.
It won't fit into a container. There's no exactly. Yep. So there's a degree of practicability involved in that. And then once the engineers have worked out what the movements could be and what the technology will allow, it's a case of working in reverse to build a steel and aluminium frame to work out where the small air rams are going, and the capillaries that have the air pulsing through them, where the computer's going to go so it won't be seen, and so on. It's quite complex.
Yeah, there is a lot that goes into building one of these guys then. So did these guys take a long time to produce, to build?
They do. If you can imagine though, although it's not quite a mass production process, after the first one, and you've got the moulds for, say, the skin of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you can pop them out relatively quickly, but the first one's the hardest. And then as things move on too, paleontologists continually improve the fossil record and their interpretation, so after some years what may have been up to the minute in terms of how it looked could well not be any longer, and so it might go back to the drawing board again.
Right, so these guys are actually built to quite a realistic scale.
Oh, absolutely.
And the movements and all that sort of thing.
The scale is absolutely very realistic.
Right, so it's about the closest thing that you're ever going to get to, really.
Well, unless there's some way of going back 65 million, yeah.
And what are these guys made of?
A combination of steel in their framework and aluminium. Plastic tube inside, that's the veins for the air basically, and there's a lot of it. And then the outside is a foam and a latex rubber.
A latex rubber.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was rubber. It works as a very realistic cover. It really does look like skin when you're walking past.
And then it's a special latex that can take paint so that they can be coloured up. Yeah.
Wow, great. And was it a lot of people that were involved in putting the whole show and the animals together?
All up over the last 18 months, about 120 people have been involved in it. In the last 10 days, just in Adelaide, there've been about 50 people.
Wow, so it must be really exciting to finally get the show.
This is it, yeah, it's very exciting.
I know you've got a lot going on. Is of course you've got the dinosaurs here, which is the main aspect. But we've also got a great atmosphere here. Now there has been a lot that's gone into almost the setting and the landscape as well.
Indeed.
Now is that also quite realistic to the times?
No.
No?
No way. No, I mean, there are a few plant species that are around today still that have connections going back 65 million years. But the tallest we could get is about 1.5 metres, and it's impossible to. And they didn't live in the same time period as all of the dinosaurs we have on display. Yep. So what we've tried to do is simulate a forest environment as opposed to replicate everything precisely as it would have been.
Now, so we've got obviously the atmosphere and the dinosaurs and everything. Now, for the kids, I do believe there are some other activities that they can get involved in.
Indeed. We also have a fairly substantial activity room with opportunities to dig up fossils, to do jigsaws, dinosaur jigsaws. There's a little kiddies playing area for mum and dad feel like a rest and a cup of coffee. They can sit down and the kids can play safely, and other activities like that.
Right, so it really is a day for the whole family to get involved.
It is.
Wow, thank you very much for being with us, Tony. I think I'm going to run off and try one of these jigsaws.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
I have had a great day at the Dinosaurs Alive exhibition. Don't forget to check it out. It is at the Sterling Angus building at the Adelaide Showgrounds. It's open from 9:30am until 5pm, 7 days a week. For more information, you can visit www.dinosauralive.tv and you can get your tickets at the door.